What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So give me a moment here while I set this up. I accidentally, well, we went ahead and went live a few minutes early today. Not much to. We're not going to do like one of the normal lives like where we talk about a lot of fox body issues or whatever. You know what I mean? We don't do.
They say you can know a person by their enemy.
So let me see here. We usually try to do our live stream. I guess what I mean by that is we usually try to have a live stream where we have, a topic at hand. And I guess today is going to be a rabbit hole, fox body rabbit hole, version of my own fox body stuff. So, yeah, I mean, the seasons of change are upon us. I mean, we're in Northeast Ohio. But before I get into that topic about seasons of change, I want to give a big shout out to Handler Motorsports, my sponsor. Big shout out to Craig and Automotive, TI Dyno, my dyno shop, Mosier, Trick Flow, Anderson Ford Motorsports, just to name a few. So, yeah, so you guys are. Well, I'm glad you guys showed up today because we got a lot to talk about. So seasons of change. If you guys are, curious on what I'm talking about with I went right down the rabbit hole recently with my white fox body, and they say that taking out weight in your fox body is a race car thing, and it's like, no, it's just the thing I'm doing with my white fox body is I just want to make it. Some of the parts that I'm putting into the car are actually a very big upgrade for it. And just because, they're also going to be lighter too. So, I mean, it kind of works out hand in foot when you're trying to actually race a car and achieve a number or whatever. So it is what it is. I went right down the rabbit hole. We spent some money recently on the white car with the weight reduction stuff. I think we're doing it very tactfully. It's looking really good. We took the rear seat out and the heater box, and we plan to change the brakes. That's next. We changing wheels. We're doing stuff to the car that we've been wanting to do for a long time. So I've been saving up for a while, but I mean, it's just a rabbit hole. And that's what we're here to talk about. What's up, pimp? Not so much a rabbit hole as much as an evolution. Yes, you're doing a no prep now, which causes you to change the formula. That's correct. So, I mean, you hit it right on the number. I mean, we're doing no prep. We're doing some of the 3-pedal throwdown stuff that we have here on the channel. A little bit of a different type of a stick shift racing than you're accustomed to, as you could say. And it's just kind of like I found something. I found something in my, white Mustang that I've been searching for a long time. And, I've been saving quite a bit. I said one day that I'm going to build a coupe. I said to myself, I'm going to take all my good parts out of my white car and turn it back to stock. And I'm going to take the engine from the black car. I'm going to build this crazy coupe, and we're going to go crazy times in it and blah, blah, blah. And I just, it only takes one experience. I went to a no prep event over in Quaker, which was the first one that I went to. And the experience alone was worth me, considering to do more of that type of racing and not just no prep, but just, straight up heads up stick shift. I ended up finding something in my white car I've been looking for a long time. So, it's a lot. I'm not just going out there making videos about, I don't want to sit here. I want to use my experience as the live chat guys. So, I mean, we're not just here to talk about the car. I'm here to talk about the experience. You know what I mean? And how it could relate to you, and how easily money could be spent. Money could be, is it regretful? I mean, kind of. I mean, it's a lot of money when you start building these cars. I mean, you have an empty wallet at that point, but it's the experience. It's like you can. It's kind of how you want to enjoy your car for the most part. I got a question for all you guys, Fox guys. I'm hooking up a wet kit to my Thunderbird. There is no Schrader valve on the fuel rail. Is there a way to just tap into the fuel line disconnects? Couldn't you just switch on a Thunderbird? Uses almost the same. It's an HO motor. I think the Thunderbird uses the same fuel lines as a Fox body. If you're going to throw a wet kit on it, so you're trying to feed the kit. I definitely probably wouldn't tap into anything if it's not been there. I mean, you can get another line and probably fit it in the same spot. What's up, Broken Tool? War Admiral, man, I appreciate the $20 super chat. I had a very good discussion with Tom the other day on the phone. We talked about his build. He's got a lot of really, really, really one-off cool stuff going on in his car. It's going to be super fire. So I can't wait to see it. He's bringing it to, Foxtoberfest. We're having a good time. We're going to get some pictures, get some videos of with Tom in his car, and I look forward to it, my man. Thank you for the super chat. Weight is also gas mileage. Well, not so much in this one. This is E85, so it's gas mileage anyway. I appreciate that, McKinley. What's up, Mustang guys? 6501. What's going on, Big Fox 302? I've been busy moving the past 4 days. Oh, okay. Where are you moving to? Wait, I missed it. When do you do the wheels? Well, we ain't got the rears will be here Tuesday, so we'll do a video on it. I just figured I'd give you guys a sneak peek. So let's see here. So today we're just talking about Mustang tech. We're talking about the rabbit hole that I've been going down with this white car and seasons of change. We got a lot of things to talk about. Today we're going to also be talking about the 387 and where it's going. And it's possible. Well, actually, we have a new channel card that we're not really introduced yet. But since it's a live stream, I always go ahead and hand out little information nuggets out there. That's why you come to live stream, get a little extra. Extra information. What's going on? So we're also going to be talking. There's actually 2 cars that's going to be coming to the channel. One of them I don't own, but I think you guys would be super excited to see what's going on with it. But we went. What did we do recently? Well, we shot the 387 video. One of them. That's what we're going to talk about here in a few. We shot a video. I picked up a couple. I picked up a foxbody. 2 of them, actually. Me and Cousin Paul went on a trip last week. Let me tell you what. These are probably these. Imagine trying to pick 2 fox bodies up at the same time that have been sitting for 25 years. Imagine what kind of shit show that was. Tires flat, everything's dry rotted, just animal stuff everywhere. Oh man, it was fucking horrible. Excuse my French. It was so bad. What's up, Cousin Paul? And he can attest to it. So yeah, it was just terrible. It was just, it was at the point that me and Cousin Paul literally almost turned around. I got there and I tried to negotiate a little bit of price with the guy, and you guys will see this on the video. I didn't even film the pic. That's how bad it was. Yeah, Cousin Paul was there. We took the black truck and my new truck and the 2 trailers. And let me tell you what, it was, if I could go back and hand them back, I probably would. It's pretty bad. Adventures with Super Dave, dude, I appreciate the $20 super sticker, man. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. Guys, this is what it's all about, man. You guys, things like that, things like War Admiral and Adventures with Super Dave helps me to go to events. As you guys already know, we're going to Foxtoberfest. And my truck just eats, diesel. The trailer is terrible. It's these sort of events for all of us, especially the content creators and vendors. Just it's so expensive to get the stuff there and to get it set up and do the hotel. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I just want to I appreciate. I'm very humbled by you guys just watching the footage that I put out, let alone donating to the channel with the memberships. So also a big shout out to the guys in the green who are my channel members. They get, we've been talking a lot recently. They actually seen what I did on Friday. We went to the track on Friday, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Roberto, what's up, Dan? In the Foxbody Nation, what's happening? Waste of wages. I just picked up another Capri. Ooh, the little metric TRX wheels. I think that will be a new daily. What's up, Tim Webb? Good to see you. So, anyways, I got a video coming up with that the car, 25 years old. The guy said it ran last time it was parked, but we probably had iPhone 4s at that point. It was so long ago. That's supposed to be funny. Anyway, I couldn't get the car. I wanted to get one of the cars started, so that we're going to do a video about that. It's just, I got a bunch of videos to put out. I just need to get them put together. I've just been so busy, and I don't want to miss my live stream stuff with you guys, because it's my time to, kind of kick back and chill and talk some Foxbody stuff. So, the new wheels look awesome. I appreciate that, War Admiral. We don't have the rears on yet. But these are the RC Comp Exile S. The 17 fronts. We have we bought double B locks for the rear. This is the rabbit hole. Listen, guys, SVE wheels, like, I didn't realize, I did a video about how much lighter they were, because we're doing the weight reduction stuff with the white car. So our next video is going to be about the wheels, but I had to wait for the rears to get here. I wanted to show you guys how much lighter it is, but as far as the price is concerned, these the SVE wheels did me, very well for many years. We've been 150 plus in them for, a while, 145 plus, 150 plus, or whatever. So they work balanced at least. But we had a big radial front tire on the SVE wheel, and then now I have a bias ply with a aluminum alloy wheel, so a little bit different on the rollout too. I appreciate that, Hanlon. So we do have the double B locks coming. We got another video to do with there's a lot of stuff, guys. We got a lot of cool stuff coming to the channel. It's not about, this is the rabbit hole. I finally found something in my white car that makes it worth, doing, I just felt like the car was lost forever. Like, all we were doing was making hits at the track and trying to run a number. And it's like, at least doing a little bit of no prep in the 3-pedal throwdown, which is the quarter-mile index stuff, at least it gives it a purpose. Like, I literally meant to build a 950 car, full weight for the most part, tactful Fox body. But, we didn't run enough of the events. I don't know. The black car is my street car. We actually just did a video today about testing a couple A9Ls. And let me tell you what. I was out in the black car on 9 pounds, and I had a blast. I miss driving that car all the time. And it's got the, we did a big series about it last year with the TKX, which I got from Hanlon Motorsports. They donated it to the channel. We did a whole series about the TKX at the drag strip, putting it in, installing it, breaking it in. You guys all know that. It's here on the channel. We went 970s with that thing last October, right about to this week, a year ago. And, we've been on a TKX all year. It's a great transmission. We have a T56 we could use, but that's kind of the spare for this car now. But the point I'm trying to make is I miss my black car. So we will, before the end of the year, we will make a couple more hits now that the air is a little bit better. See if we can't lower that TKX time that we did last year, kind of beat our own little personal best. And we're going to leave the TKX in the black car. I think it's a badass transmission. We have a Hanlon Motorsports has a shifter. Can I say that now, Andrew? We have a shifter we're going to be introducing to the channel. Hanlon Motorsports has a TKX stopper shifter. If it's anything like the T56 shifter that they built for my face-plated transmission and the one I got back there on the other transmission, I'm going to tell you what, man, it's going to be a badass transmission. The turrets on those two hit shifters are the bomb. What's up, Lloyd Green? Turbo Fox, I appreciate the $10 super sticker, my man. Or is that super chat? I think it's super sticker. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. I appreciate that. What's up, Jesse L? What's up, Daniel Robinson, my Summit Tech? What's going on? So the TKX, like I said, if it's anything like, if the shifter turret and the shifter base is anything like the Hanlon Motorsports one that they do on the T56, then it's going to be pretty badass. So I'll look forward to that. We're going to be installing that on the TKX now. Probably trying to make a better hit before the end of the year, just to see, because I know they've shipped that transmission anyways. I don't know how I haven't broke it yet, but I mean, it's handled every bit of 650, 700 wheel all day. So yeah, Tom, War Admiral's getting it too, so it'll be a good time. He showed me. Listen, I got a chance to get a sneak peek on the TKX shifter that Hantland's going to be selling soon. That he's donating to the channel. I can tell you, it's a really nice piece. Did you get the wheels from Tony? No, I didn't, Rob. What's up, Rob Beast? It's good to see you. Undoubtedly one of the fastest cars in Ohio, man. No kidding. It's good to see you, my man. The RC comps, the rears I got from Brandon. He had them in stock. The Exile with the black with the polish. These were actually in stock at Summit Racing. I think I got the last two, Rob. What's going on, Mike? Donnie B in the house, Anderson Ford Motorsports, one of our sponsors. Good to see you. But anyways, about the 387. So you guys can keep hitting me up in chat here if you guys got any questions. But we shot video this past week with the 387. If you're a member of the channel, we put it on the channel about 2 days ago. One of the things, it was funny, we're going to talk about 387 real quick, and we'll come back to it towards the end. One of the things that a guy had mentioned in one of the comments was like, there's no way you're getting that thing to balance. And I'm just like, that just motivates me just to do it, do that anyway. So what we found out with the balancing is it actually went really well. We're not done yet because Dave had to go out of town on some business. So he'll be back Tuesday. So he's going to go ahead and finish the balancing on it because it's already set up. And legitimately, we're going to mock up the fly cut for the pistons, and we're putting that motor together. So I hope you guys are paying attention to that. That's a cheap budget 9.5 deck, 9.4 deck, like build for somebody in Stroker. Big shout out to Anderson Ford Motorsports. That's right. Yes, you did. LOL. Wheels and tires. I appreciate that. Yeah, these Daniel Robinson helped me pick them out. He's a Summit Tech at Summit Racing here in Northeast Ohio, and I kind of knew what I wanted because I seen him, and I'm like, those are it. It was between these and the Torques, so he helped me get the tires set up. What's up, Bama? I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you earlier. And Rob, yes, I'm coming to Digapalooza. I'll be there Saturday. Are you coming Saturday? That thing is going to be packed. So if you guys don't know what Rob's talking about, are you going to race in the no prep small tire? There is a roll racing. This weekend's a big weekend for Northeast Ohio because Dragway 42 in West Salem is putting on in Big 3 Racing and D Team. I forget who the other sponsors were, but Digapalooza is a 3-race event. Friday, I think they're doing the roll racing, like where you roll race. Saturday's the no prep, so I think it's small tire, big tire, hard tire, and stick shift H pattern. And then Sunday is another event. I can't remember. Is that just the normal small? I don't know. So there's 2 stick shift events this weekend that I'm going to be in. I'm going to be in the no prep on Saturday, and Sunday we're going to be doing the 3-pedal throwdown. So it's going to be a very, very interesting weekend. It's going to be pretty cool. The weather looks like it's going to be good. I can't wait. So you're doing a small tire on Sunday? Okay. Sorry, missed the noises. Fox Bodies makes things a wrong video. Sadly, anyone here deal with constant squeaking from your throwout bearing? Yeah, I discussed that in that live chat. The clutch is pushed in. It's just there's 2 things that could cause noises from. Yeah, if your back plate, if your motor plate, the little tin thing in between the transmission bell housing is bent and it's either hitting the flywheel and hitting one of the bolts, or just rubbing against it, could make that sort of a noise if it's warped or whatever. But usually when anything that has to do with the clutch, pushing it in, pushing it out, and you're hearing the squealing or whatever, it's definitely sounds like it's either pilot bearing or throwout bearing. So you probably should change them both. What size tire in the front? What size front and rear wheel did you get? I bought the 17 by 4.5 fronts and the 15 by 10 with 15 by 10, 6-inch back spacing, double bead locks from the rear. So it'll work out really nice. They'll sit really nice on it. Full prep Sunday. Dan, what's your fastest track time to date? What's my... I'll leave that anonymous for now. Yeah, guys, I appreciate everybody for showing up. So, we're here to just kind of chill. This is kind of a chill live stream. We're talking about the 387 just a minute ago. Definitely an interesting video. If you guys listen, I'm going to go back to the 387 because it's kind of fire on my video on my channel right now. Everybody's kind of paying attention a little bit. I kind of stumbled across this build a long time ago on a dirt track thing, just like I did with the flip pistons. But the way the 387 was originally planned was you had to use a 400M crank and 300 6-cylinder Chrysler rods, but it required a lot of machining. So fast forward to 2022, in order for you to get that old 400M crankshaft and those rods to fit, you would spend a lot of money on machine work, just way more than you think, versus buying an aftermarket crankshaft and then just using the block in its stock bore foxbody pistons or some like in the foxbody rods, or the Windsor rods. But yeah, that's definitely a very interesting motor, especially if you want to spend some money on some heads. You could build that motor and run 72cc heads like I do on my 408 and bring the compression down to like mid-10 area and have a ball with that motor. What's up, Infamous Project? You guys get a chance, go check out Tip and his channel. You're closing. You've been doing really well on that channel, my man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for coming in. His content is always very good. I always like watching that, his content. It must be cold. That is correct. He will all Tip. Are you going to be at Foxtoberfest? You're going to be at Foxtoberfest like last year. I'm pretty sure, right? I think you're in the YouTube road right behind us, right next to us, or whatever, right here. I think they put us all together anyway. Mike Stravinsky, what's going on? 97 Ford Explorer 302, the same as a 92 Foxbody, bottom end internal. So the Explorer stuff is all the F1. It pretty much Explorer motor. The bottom end of an Explorer motor is the exact same motor that's in an SN95. Same thing. It's got the same hyper pistons. It's got the same rods, because I'm pretty sure I think the 94, 95 had the hyper pistons. Well, 93 they did, but I think the 93 still had the D10E rods, Mike, which is the old school forged pistons, the old school rods. But 93, 94 and up, Explorer and SN95, which in truck, well, no, truck had the cast pistons. Anyways, they all had the hyper-eutectic pistons and they had the F1 rods or whatever. So to answer your question, the 97 Explorer motor 302 is the same exact as like a 94, 95, which is pretty much the same as a 93 motor. You know what I mean? Getting ready for a road trip. That's right. Bruce Dye, I am in Bella Union, Indiana. And I'm having a real hard time finding a tuner for my 86. For any suggestions? I want to say you could go north. I don't know if Lidio still tunes up there. I don't know if he tunes EEC4s. You can always bring it over here to the Northeast Ohio. We tune over here at my dyno shop. I mean, it's probably a good 6 hours from you. We're 6 hours from Chicago, if that helps you. That crank is not badly priced. Dude, that crank is so cheap, it's ridiculous. So, guys, if you were getting ready, all right, look, if you were like getting ready to build a 302, right? Like, say your 302 has seen better days and it's smoking and it's a piece of shit, and you're just ready to get rid of it. At this point, you have the option to go to a 9.5 deck motor. Instead of actually buying a top end kit to try to pep up your 302 a little bit. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Buy the AFR heads, the good ones, or buy a head that has a larger chamber and build that little stroker motor. You got to find the key to building a 387 though is finding one that's got a good bore. At that point, you can save a lot of money on the stroker kit, or you can save a lot of money on the stroker because you don't have to buy rods, you don't have to buy pistons, and you can buy a cheap crank, have the block machined, deck flattened, ball honed, or not ball honed, but have it honed and have that thing assembled and be done with it. But if it has a bad bore, well, then now you got to bore it anyways. So you might as well just get a 3. That's when you start spending money on a whole, stroker kit. But what's up, Neo? What's up, Fat Boy Fox? Good to see you, my man. Yes, sir, Neo. I'll be at Foxtoberfest. Give me a shout out this week, man. Yeah, I must have missed your call earlier. So I apologize about that. I've been really, really super busy. We were actually testing a couple A9Ls half the day. Had a good time, though. Any good for boost, or do I need to change the internals? To be honest with you, Mike, it's just like I tell everybody. You're like, don't get caught up in rabbit hole stuff. You start while I'm here, I'm gonna switch this. While I'm here, I'm gonna switch that. That's pretty much where I'm at with this car. I gotta kind of, peel back and stop doing what I'm doing so much. Spending so much money on it, but I'm more trying to catch my car up. But the point I'm trying to make, Mike, just send it. My buddy Randy Davis, he's here locally, drives a beautiful, beautiful black LX. You guys, he's actually on the channel. Beautiful black LX. Or I think it's dark shadow metallic blue. Nonetheless, he has a stock bottom end Explorer motor, and he made 15 pounds of boost for a couple years, run mid-10s with that car. So I would just send it, my man. Just send it. Let's see. Let me catch up. By the way, Neo, thanks for the video on the rear crank seal. So did you use the little sleeve that I bought? Well, yeah, there's a Nate, there's a lot of things you got to do with the 351, but consider this. You can build a stronger block and already do the changeover to where your 9.5 deck will hold 1,000 crank or 800 crank or 900 crank versus the mains are really big, they're strong. That block is strong. I mean, we have a junkyard block still in our white car. It's not an aftermarket block. And you guys see what we're doing with that car. This car still weighs 3,100 pounds, still weighs just under 3,100 pounds. So, I mean, they work, bro. The point I'm just trying to make is, you have options. If you're out there and you're possibly thinking about building another engine, keep your eye out for a 351 block that might have a good bore. That's all you really need. You just need, it doesn't matter if it's roller or not. Roller just makes it easy because then you can just take your 302 cam and put it in there. If you got like a trick flow or stage 1 this or whatever, an N41, it doesn't really matter. The point I'm trying to make is you can make a budget 387. That's why I put it on the channel. And, you don't have to, you go out there and spend money on something else that makes that a better motor. You know what I'm saying? So let's get a close up and info on them wheels. Well, they are RC Comp Exile S's. I'll show you. Oh, sweet. I'm getting old, bros. I don't know if I can. We'll try it. I don't know how much room I have. I didn't hook up my extension. So I bought the RC Comp Exile S's. I bought the front and rears. The rears are a double bead lock. I bought the aluminum lugs too. Those things are like $100 for 10. Crazy. But they're 17 by 4.5. I have a 20. I think it's a 26 tall 4.5 tire. It's a bias ply from M&H. Oh, it's a very good tire. You guys are going to actually be really surprised because this week I didn't hook my extension up, so I apologize. I'm doing a weight reduction videos with this car. And one of the videos that we're going to be doing that I'm going to actually shoot this week is the rears and the fronts. You guys are going to be super surprised on how much weight that they saved me. That's for sure. Call all 302 be bolted onto a, can all 302, what do you mean by that? Who is this? Congrats to Mark Anderson, first factory stock car in the 9s. Nice. Congratulations, Mark Anderson. Yeah, white GTs are my thing, man. Like, I was just going to discontinue, like, trying to build a coupe. Like, we're going to still create a coupe, guys. That's just one of the many projects that we want to do on the channel. Yeah. Question, thinking about doing a 331 stroker build, new to building motors as well. Would I have to get the block work done in order to fit the 331, or is it just a plug and play pretty much? So what do you mean by block work? When you go to build a 331, you should have that block decked. You should have the line home checked. You should have the, obviously it's going to have to be bored 30 over to match your pistons to make sure you have the proper piston to wall clearance that the manufacturer of the piston requires. It could be anywhere between, 2.5 to 5. You got to make sure that's clearanced. Obviously you're going to want to do bearings and freeze plugs and such like that. So there's a lot of block work that needs to be done, if that's what you mean. Which cars? What's up, Real Fox Body Addicts? Is that Jason? What's going on, my man? I'd like to bring the black car, and the black car is ready to make some, some people happy at the Foxtoberfest. But I think I'm going to bring the white car because the white car has been to all 3 events this year. So, I think it'll look really nice with the double B locks, and, just kind of, it's where we're at this year so far. So I don't know. I really like my black car, so I might make the last minute decision to switch it. So either one of them. The nice thing is I have options. We have options to where I know some of you guys favorite one car more than the other, and we have options to bring either one of them. So it'll be fun. Just ordered 315 35 17 AAA. Is that the is that Toyo's? I like the white hatchback look. I appreciate that. I mean, if we came to Foxtoberfest with the white car, we'd still, like, it only takes me 3 minutes to put the rear seat back in, so I can, like, put my stuff in the back and then just put my wing and my light back in and change my tune to a street. So it's whatever. What's up, MJP? Yeah, Toyos are expensive, bro. Woo! 888s, man. I like it. I like it. So we were talking about the 387. Like I said, we got the balancing video that we're doing. That's what we're like. People like made a big deal in some of the comments on the short I did, how it's not going to balance out, how there'd be no way, blah, blah, blah. Actually, to be honest with you guys, you're going to be very impressed for being junkyard pistons, which factory junkyard rods that came in the block, that we were using. You're going to be pretty surprised, matching to this aftermarket cheap $300 crank, how well it actually came about. I know I'm biased to the black GT. Listen, there's a lot of things in the black GT that I really wanted to do this year that I'm kind of embarrassed. I got so caught up in the white car and my dad's car that it just I don't know. I went to the Chocolate Fox and Ford Takeover, and we went to Mustang Week with the white car. I mean, it's just kind of like this year's the white car, and then next year we'll figure something out. Reach your 302 intake manifold will not work. Okay, so that's what he's asking. Prepping to build an SN95 for 5-speed vert. Any recommendations for the strip? I can tell you that lightening that car up will do a ton of help for you. Light as might. It doesn't mean you need to strip the car. It just means that there's a lot of things in that car, especially being a convertible, that's very heavy. You might want to. You're going to need to make some power. Not that it's a bad car to do. I mean, hey, you do you. You know what I mean? Don't let me discourage you from your build at all. I would never do that. Like, if you want to build a car you want to build a 4-cylinder, as long as it's Ford, I mean, I'm cool. It is what it is. Force rod, modular, Coyote, Godzilla, I'm all good, man, all the way around. What about Pop's car? I'm glad you asked. So the next thing I want to talk about is Dad's car. Winds of change, seasons of change. That's what the title is. Unfortunately for Dad's car, we're still going to try to make another hit before the end of the year, but Dad's car is getting decommissioned. And there's a reason why. My dad is getting up there in age, and I talked about this in live stream before. You know, obviously, you know, my parents, you know, they mean a lot to me. Obviously, I love my parents. And my dad's, you know, got physical ailments that, you know, he's got a hip problem. And he can't stick shift. You know, he can't stick shift. You know, man, 10-second stick shift car, man, come on now. You know, it's just like, you know, me and cousin Paul got to thinking. We were sitting at the track. I'm just like, you know, we need to take Dad's car back some notches and take the engine out, take the transmission out, convert the car to AOD, and, you know, take the axle out, take the fuel tank out, and just kind of set the stance, set it and forget it. You know, my dad's car has been, you know, close, you know, mid 11s, low 11s in the current form, full weight, you know, full interior. We can do no weight reductions, or we don't even have a tubular front end or tubular K-member. But that's where we're at with Dad's car. Unfortunately, I know you guys love that car. I do too, but I think it's due diligence that car needs to go back to where my dad could actually get in it with my mom. And, you know, go to a car show with us, you know, heater, put the heat on, you know, maybe even work out some AC situation. Like, I've never done that on any of my Fox bodies. I always deleted that stuff. So it might be something that we can work into with kind of a different type of content on the channel to kind of convert it back over to make it drivable and enjoyable for my dad and my mom. You see what I mean? But that don't mean we don't have plans for what's coming out. Tom, I have the perfect car for that build. Anyone on here running boost on a stock speed density ECU without a tune? You probably should go check out my dad's Sitsi Z85. You should go check out my dad's playlist. It's funny he just asked that, and we were just talking about Dad's car. My dad's car's playlist is built around us building a cheap budget turbo GT40 build where we went, I think what we been 1140s? Did we get 1140s or was 1160s? I don't remember what we did in March, but we bent like the axle studs and then we never fixed it. We just kind of drove it around. Yes, you heard it, AOD. What did you have to do to modify the On3 turbo kit to fit the 351? I did a lot of stuff to change my car over. This is still a base On3 kit here, but we armored it. I called it armoring. We built a bunch of reinforcement plates and gussets on the header because that's usually what cracks and gets messed up. The crossover, we took out the flex coupler. I'm lying. I didn't take it out of this one yet, but it seems to be okay. But I took it out of my dad's turbo build, and I took it out of my my black car, so it's not there. We made our own downpipe. We changed the turbo, changed the wastegate. We changed the cold air, the cold side quite a bit, actually. Moved it around. Anyone else have a radiator fan hitting shroud issue with SVE radiator and fed on a blade install? Less of a Mustang thing, more of a 351 question, helping them make some power, high rev versus stroke. I would just do stroke. Stroke, you can keep it under 6,500, 6,800, and it'll live forever. Excuse me. So we've actually modified the Brutal has a trans guy that would be, yeah. So, so we're going to introduce a new car. I'm going to give you guys a couple guesses. We just got it on Facebook for $1,500. So I think it's due time. You in here, Paul? You in here, cousin Paul? I'm going to make an announcement. Anyways, we'll give him a minute. We're going to be decommissioning Dad's car. You guys remember that red convertible that we brought in that was real tore up, but it had like 97,000 miles on it. It was really, you know, we started it up in like 5-degree weather. Well, that's the drive line that we're going to stick in Dad's car. We're just going to take it out. We're going to just pressure wash it. You know, we're going to fix the rack because the rack's leaking pretty bad. We're going to realign it, fix the stance, put the AOD shifter in it, and just leave it alone. But what's up, Corey Binks? Without this guy right here, man, I couldn't do, you know, a lot of my no prep stuff. He always seems to be there when I need him, man. I appreciate you, Corey, here on the channel for helping us do the no prep, you know, kind of the practice and the, you know, the pour your own puddle stuff. So Corey has the Black Thunderbird, which you guys will see on a short later this week. He has the Black Thunderbird. He just went stupid fast. Stick shift, you know. I don't even know I don't even know if I want to tell him the engine combo yet, but I want to do a video on it. No, it's not that one, War Admiral. But anyways, we're going to take that drive line out. We're going to stick it in Dad's car, I think. And like I said, we're going to hook up the new heater core. I think that's something that's, you know, definitely, I think my dad would appreciate that. He would actually drive the car a little bit more often, I think. My mom loves the car too, so you know, put AC in it when it's too hot, put, you know, whatever. So what we do plan on doing is building another car for the channel, and we're going to be using the stuff that come out of my dad's car. Now, we're not changing it. We're not taking that stuff off, you know, out of my dad's car just to go faster. There's no, there's not going to be any sort of ulterior motive here. You know, we're decommissioning Dad's car because I want my dad to drive it. The whole purpose of calling it Dad's car or even being in my dad's car is so he can drive it. Right now, he really can't. He doesn't enjoy it. It's a little bit loud, and you know, obviously, I don't want him to have to worry about stick shifting at 72 years old. See what I mean? So he's just not about that stuff right now, and that's okay. So we'll make his car better for him. Yes, sir, it is. What size push rods do you run what size push rods do you run and from what supplier? For what engine, Mark? Is this the Mark Anderson that Hanlon was just talking about? So that's the winds of change. We have a new car coming to the channel, and then we're decommissioning Dad's car. We haven't done it yet. That may not even happen until the spring or the late winter. But, you know, we have another car that we want to try to build on top of maintaining my black and my white cars, because there's my black car is going to go through a little bit of a transition too. My white car is just going to go get put and stored for the most part. So anyways, what else were we going to talk about today? The rabbit hole. So what's the plans for the white car now? We still got the SVE rears on it. Like I said, we got double bead locks coming Tuesday. I already got the new slicks, so shout out to Corey for hooking me up with his slicks from his Thunderbird. He just went super fast on some radial stuff, so he's really liking the radial setup. So I'm proud of him, man. He did really good. So what is the difference between speed density and mass air? Mass air is they used to be called a vane meter. It's called a mass air meter, where it actually uses a calculation from the vane meter was actually something from the turbo coupes, or not the turbo coupes. Yeah, turbo coupes and the 3.8. Come on, Grand Nationals. So the mass air meter has a resistor in it, and the computer throws 5 volts at it, and however much air it takes to cool the resistor is kind of like a reading for the computer, and it can judge and change air, fuel, and timing from the meter. Speed density uses a MAP sensor or a BAP sensor. So it actually takes it doesn't make adjustments for the most part. You know, it is what it is. Like speed density has no mass air meter, so the adjustments for, you know, air and fuel really aren't there. But you can trick the computer, but you pretty much have to stay in like with a stock cam or a specific speed density cam. So that's in a nutshell. What's the power chute being added? When's the power chute? Power chute? What do you mean? Yes, he's got a lot of stuff to restore for your factory stuff. Yeah. And some GT40 Explorer stuff. What's the difference? Okay, you already answered that question. Did I miss something? Are you second generation Fox bodybuilder? No. Fox bodies were something that I'm 45 years old, bro. And like when I was in high school, they were the thing, bro. You know what I mean? Coming up through high school. What else we got? So, Corey, are you going to the track on Wednesday? What was I going to ask you? I forget. I guess I'll just ask you in chat. But so coming to the channel soon would be the videos with whatever. Trying to answer you guys' tech questions here. My whole family is Chevy, and I'm the only one into Fox bodies. That's all right, Sean. We still got time. We're same age. I get it. I got it. Okay. What else? So we got Foxtoberfest coming up. So I want to talk about that a little bit. I don't know how many of you guys here in chat are going to Foxtoberfest. It's going to be fire. Hopefully we see 1,000 Fox bodies. I would love to hit that number. I seen the layout. They sent the layout. I don't know if that's public knowledge or whatever, but they seen the layout. It looks really good. Very well organized. So big shout out to FMR out there for putting together this show. I mean, Foxtoberfest, if there's one show you could try to make, it's probably one of the bigger Fox body shows of the year. It's probably Foxtoberfest for sure. Mustang Week was really cool. A lot of new stuff. S1, it was S550, S197, S550. Didn't see a whole lot of Fox bodies at Mustang Week, but we already talked about that. Where you at? I got to bounce. I need to get ready for a 3,000-mile trip to Foxtoberfest. Have a great night. I'll hit you up this week, Chris. I appreciate you coming in on the live chat. You going to Foxtoberfest now? Dang. Neo, do you have an Instagram? Yes. So we have a pretty decent little Instagram following at Neomustangs. We also have a business page on Facebook. So I do cross a lot of social media platforms when it comes to, I even do TikTok. We have a pretty good following on all the platforms. So make sure you guys check those out. We do talk, a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of reels and shorts and pictures and stuff I put on there. I also share a lot with the channel members, which is the join button below on YouTube. I feel like that's a pretty cool thing to do. Having trouble getting the car off the jack stands. Hopefully the tires will make the difference. That's right. Parachute, my bad. Neo, do you ever come down to Daytona Beach for Turkey Rod Run? No. Wish I was going stuck at work, trying to sell them parts at Summit Racing. Just kidding. Neo, does the new edge rear end bolts? Okay. Neo, does the new edge rear ends in a Fox body without shortening? I think they're a little bit too long. The new edge ones are. Talk about 99 and up, right? I think they're a little bit too long. What's up, Chris? It's good to see you. How'd your day go at the track? You were talking about that in member chat. Turbo Squatch, what do we have here with Trim? Okay, so just got Foxtoberfest papers in the mail. Can't wait. Hell yeah. I'm surprised that thing ain't sold out already. That show isn't sold out. I think there's a bunch of grass. I think the paved parking is sold out, but I think there's a bunch of grass parking. So, don't discourage that, guys. You need to go. If you can go. Got to get to see you. Got to go. I see you, man. Thanks, Sean. What's up, MF Customs LLC? It's good to see you. Is it Dan? Is that Dan? So What else do we want to talk about? We're going to talk about Fox Days of Christmas here in a minute too. So what's coming up this week? I already talked about the no prep. Already talked about the 3-pedal. As far as the videos are concerned, I got a lot of stuff to share with you guys, even short videos, you know, even the stuff at the track. You know, I like putting up the 2-minute videos. I think you guys like that stuff. I get a lot of views from it. You know, it's not really wasting a lot of time, you know, just talking about a race. And the nice thing is I get to catch a moment that's really cool, throw it up there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. And, you know, instead of burying it in like a 10-minute video, you know what I mean? So Rob Fox, fixed bodies are the most overpriced car on the market. I don't agree. I'm loving that no prep racing. I appreciate that, Mo. Sean, I appreciate that. Thanks for joining us tonight. So, that being said, let's talk about what's coming, including Fox Days of Christmas. So it's October 1st. The reason why I started the seasons of change and what's next. Like you said, the plans are with Dad's cars to decommission it. The white car, we will probably just leave it alone. We're taking the time now to make it better. Nice, congratulations, Chris. 1068, 126. I like it. I appreciate that, MJI. But we are going to be talking about the Fox Days of Christmas next. So give me a minute. Foxes are getting expensive, but there's still deals to be had. That's correct. What's up, Shelby Co 5.0? Welcome, welcome. So every year, if you guys don't know what we're doing, giveaways and stuff like that on YouTube isn't really the algorithm doesn't pick them up very well. So a lot of you guys that are new to the channel might be listening to this podcast the next day or whatever. Last year, in collaboration with Brutal, we did a Fox Days of Christmas. Like he did his own for his channel, I did my own for my channel. And I tried to coordinate with them so we didn't kind of have the same gifts for the most part. And we did really well. But what's Fox Days of Christmas? The reason why I bring up the algorithm and bring up the fact is you probably haven't seen the video even if you just joined the channel. It's not something that that had a lot of views. It's not going to anyways. But what we do at Fox Days of Christmas is we pretty much give back to the channel. We give back to the community with some of the money that I made from the monetization of the community, or not monetization of the channel with the community, super chat, super stickers, the channel memberships, and just the watching, the views themselves. Me and my sponsors try to give something back. So this year we're going to plan on giving away 20 items, very nice items. I'm going to be in collaboration with, Trick Flow, Ram Clutches, Vengeance, Handler Motorsports, Mosier, Summit Racing, and of course my own business, Neomustangs. So there's going to be a lot of things we're going to be giving away. So MAF Racing, I apologize for not mentioning Tim and MAF Racing. So yeah, we're going to be giving away some really cool shit. And I'm going to go through this list of some of the stuff that we talked about, and maybe we'll add some more to the list. But I think the Fox Days of Christmas are going to be, another good year. We spend some of the YouTube money and give it back. You know what I mean? What's up, Spano 5.0? I'm excited for Fox Days of Christmas. Awesome way of giving back to the community. Yeah, last year we gave away about $3,000 worth of stuff, $2,500. We gave away a camshaft. We gave away a cross member. We gave away drive shaft loop. Just red line hood shocks, headlights, subframe connectors. Sorry. We gave away a bunch of stuff, man. Bunch of stuff. This year, we're going to probably one-up ourselves a little bit. We'll see what happens. We gave away, what else did we give away? I can't remember. I think the camshaft was the one that everybody wanted the most, the N41. The Foxbody is the godfather of the Mustangs. Donnie B, how are the lead times in the Vortec V3 kits? So Stephen King's got a question for you, Donnie B. What's up, Bradford Rods? Good to see you. So again, I pretty much encourage, you know, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you know, the Fox Days of Christmas is going to be for everybody. You know, it's not going to be limited to a certain group of people. It's free to everybody. We have a YouTube Tube Buddy program, and there'll be a format to how you can win. It's not going to happen until the live stream before or after Christmas. It depends. I'm going to figure out the time frame. I think we did it after Christmas last year, which was really cool, I thought. Super Dave, I appreciate you again. $20 super sticker, donating that to the channel. Thank you so much for that. Handling most words. It's kind of crazy because you can see my chat. It's crazy. It's just like all of a sudden there's like 20 messages. So I got a little bit of lag going on in my internet. So let me catch up. Nicholas Outit, what's going on? Been a while. Has been on the hop. Talk Fox. You going to Foxtoberfest? I am making the pilgrimage from Canada. Absolutely, Nick. Make sure you stop by the tent too. Yep, I won the spring kit last year in the Fox Days of Christmas. Yes, sir. TrickFlow donated a drop-in E7 GT40 spring kit. It was the 2500 100. They will be doing that again this year. I'm trying to get them to give me some push rods or something too, but we'll see. Would love for you to drop my 86 with you for a week if you are interested. Got a book of upgrades I've done. Just can't get a good tune. Yeah, Bruce, just get a hold of me on Instagram, Facebook. Leave me a message. Neomustangs at Hotmail is my email. We can set something up for sure. Gas money. I appreciate that. Subscribing to Neo channel was well worth it. Wealth of information. I appreciate that, Jason. That is a sweet looking fox. I appreciate that. This whole thing, she's all right. Appreciate it. So some of the things that we're looking at this year on Fox Days of Christmas, and this is, I'm actually going to get my red marker and maybe we could talk about it a little bit. It's really exciting to give back stuff to the community, Where is my red marker? It's probably not in front of me. Oh, there you are. So these are some of the things that we came up with before. Clutch set from Ram. I think we gave that away last year. The 8793 knee bolster, that piece that LMR just came out with. Contour fan, Neo merch. ARP wheel studs, the 3-inch ones that I always use on my cars. Headlight set like we did last year. Taillight set, subframe connectors, torque box reinforcements. That's one we gave away last year. That was huge, man. Like one of the first things that you should always do to your car, subframe connectors and torque box reinforcements should be done together. Safety loop, we gave away that last year. Red line hood struts, we gave away that last year. N41 cam, spring kit, we gave away those. Door pin kit was a good one. Bump steer is a new one from last year. I think that's going to be a good one. It's not super expensive for the most part, and I think bump steer, from what I went through with the white and the black car, I think bump steer would probably be one of the better gifts I would give away. Definitely worth it. So 355 gear, I'd probably give up one of my good Ford ones, my old ones. Door weather stripping, 340 aero pump, 425, whatever. Door handle, Moser kit, carpet, whatever. I mean, you guys want to add to this list, we can. We got about 28 items. I got plenty of stuff to think about for Fox Days of Christmas. You guys are going to really like it. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. I want to give away as much as I can, for sure. Brentford rides. I'll be at Foxtoberfest. The Navy let me free last minute. Nice, man. Thank you for your service. Nick, definitely going to come by and say hi and hang out. I appreciate that. Redline hood struts are awesome. I have them on my Boss. Need set for my Fox. I was thinking about putting them on my white Fox here too. Just going out and ponying up and getting one of them. Doing like a little video on it. Alvin, excited to say that I got a new roller 302 with GT40P heads today and hope to have it. All right. All right. How about hardware kits? That's a good one. Let's put that right here. Just like you're talking about, like interior hardware kits. Let's do that. I think they have like full kits. What you guys got? Hat shocks. Do we have those? Is that on there? Quad adjustable cable. That's Hanlon's going to give you that. Yes, sir. Man, we might have more than 20 gifts. LMR has the dash vent kit for sale right now. It might be a good gift. What's up, Trace? Welcome to the channel. What else we got here? MAF Racing is going to give me one of them lower radiator core support repair things. Ashtray repair kit, not a bad idea. Ashtray repair kit, 32. I came in late. What do you say going on with Pop's car? We're going to change Pop's car up a little bit. And instead of using Pop's car to try to go faster with our GT40 setup, we're going to put it in something else that's just as relevant to the channel as you guys would. With, you guys are going to fall in love with this next build, I'm telling you. Call Flaming River to ask for Kevin and ask for a rack for Fox Days. Okay. Flaming River rack. I can write them down here on my little thing. Ask for Kevin. Hell yeah. Gallagher. Sweet. Oh, yeah. The new TKX shipper. You see that, Hanlon? Oh, shit. Oh, man, we have to give away all kinds of stuff. Did my suspension on my GT today. Went from HR Race Springs KYBJRX full coilover. Excited to test it out. Yeah, man. Suspension stuff. Suspension tuning is as tedious as tuning an engine. You know, you could make all this horsepower and it not be worth a damn if the rest of the car wasn't. You know what I mean? So good for you, my man. How about workshop banners dress up for the good idea? Like banner shop. So I think I got a couple of them I can give away too. Torque box kit's already on there. How about you give away that extra Magnum you got laying around, son? Shh. I'm not giving up my Magnum. It's kind of funny because I think I'm making it funny, but Dave had, my buddy Dave had bought the guy who tunes with us, the mad scientist, he bought a T56 Mag this past weekend. And I think he was kind of hinting towards me giving him mine. He's like, let me borrow that. He didn't say let me borrow it. And of course I would in a pinch, I would let him use it, but he wants to go stick shift with this build he's doing. It's one of the things that we're doing on the channel. Corey knows if he's still here. What do you think of BRM rear lower control arm relocation brackets? I'd probably do a Team Z thing if I were you before I did that. What are you going to build boost on? What are you doing to build boost on stick shift launch? I don't. I have a two-step, but I don't use two-step. I don't need it. I foot pedal this car. I kid you not. We come to the line, give it some juice, dump the clutch, and send it. We have two-step hooked up in it. I just don't use it. What else we got? So banners, shop banners, TKX shifter. So you think Kevin will hook us up, Rob, with a flaming river rack? Flaming river rack? That would be really cool. That would be huge. Neo, how much horsepower do you think 387 will make? All of it. I have no idea. To be honest with you, the 387 with the 11.5 to 1 on E85 should make every bit of 450 wheel, 425 wheel, every bit of 425 wheel, NA, with the 85 on it's going to be 11.5 to 1. If I had 72 cc, if I had a bigger chamber head to put on it, which I don't, it would be in the mid 10 area compression wise, which would be very manageable. I don't suggest, like I tell you guys with the 387 build, I don't suggest you building the engine with a cylinder head that has a 58 chamber, 62 chamber. You know, at this point, 387 would be perfect budget, cheap stroker build to build for somebody that's not looking to make more than 700 wheel, 650, 700, because at that point, you're going to bend the rod anyway. So you want a big chamber head. Cool, man. I appreciate that, Rob. Thank you. So again, if you guys don't know who Rob Misch is, what is your car called? Baby Yaga? Is that right? 7-second streetcar, boys. Woo! His car is fire. I'll make sure I take another picture with Rob in his car this weekend and show you guys on the channel who Rob Misch is. And of course, Corey Binks too. I didn't take a good picture with him in his car last time. So I got to put that stuff on the channel, guys. I got to. I mean, I got footage of the cars, but I don't have footage of the people. You know what I mean? So, you know, you would probably be a lot faster with boost out of the hole. Well, I have messed with two-step, and it's, you know, if I had the proper shock setting set up, I would say yes. But that's something that we're going to be dealing with next year. So I am trying to get the brakes on the car this year before the end of the season. But I'm not going to mess with shocks yet because that's going to take some. I'm going to literally kind of tune, teach myself to tune a really good set of rear shocks so we can come up on, 3 or 4 or 5 pounds of boost and something, and be a little bit more efficient. I get what you're saying though. Baby Yaga. That's what I thought. Yeah, Rob Misch's car is, I mean, I know it's very fast. It makes a lot of horsepower. And it's pretty much full weight. And I think Rob's had it since, you had it since you were a teenager, right? I think he's about my age. He's had it longer than I've had this car 20 years. I think he's had his probably 30 or so. One owner, baby. So, like I said, we'll get some pictures with some of these guys this weekend that show up on the channel on live chat for sure. I still have to get Foxtoberfest parking. I was going to roll in the Leach Motorsports, but they aren't able to make it this year. Hopefully, I can get in a pay spot somehow. So, Leach isn't coming this year to the Foxtoberfest? Yep, that's what I thought. Original owner. Pretty much, Super Dave. I know that last year they had a whole group of New Edge Terminators and the New Edge folk that showed up, but they parked close, but they weren't in the parking lot. So, I mean, Foxtoberfest is pretty much 79 to 93 guys for the most part. But I don't know how they're dealing with that, with other Ford vehicles. So don't quote me on that. I don't know if there's extra parking for some, a different era. Yep, sure did. I've been wanting to get new wheels forever. And let me tell you, and he's here in the chat, we were just talking to him, Rob Misch. I rolled up on his car. Where were we at? Was that like Saturday? And it was I had just made a pass, and I was going all up and down the track. And I rolled up past his car, which was right after the ticket booth. And he was at Fat Man. I think it was Fat Man Invasions. And like I seen his comps, and I'm just like sold. And the funny thing is there was a car parked right next to us that had the same exact SVE wheels that I had. And we were just talking, and he's just like, he pretty much sold me on them. He's just like, dude, just get these RC comps, man. They're super light. They're well made. And so big shout to Rob, man. It's his fault. No, I hope he feels better. Matt, I hope you feel better. But yeah, it was Rob's fault that I bought these RC comps. Yeah, that's what I thought. I drove up on my four-wheeler, just drove over to see him and say hello. That badass piece of machinery he's got. God, I love looking at that car. I'm gonna have to do an update, man. I gotta do an update on that ride, bro. Thought about buying chrome Rambler wheels for my Fox. That's cool. So we're about one hour, 10 minutes in. We'll go another 5 or 10 minutes if you guys want to chat about something foxbody related. Something that might be coming up. Unfortunately, for the guys here in Northeast Ohio, in the north for that matter, we got to put our cars away soon. Tracks are closing up. This Wednesday, I'm going to be making a hit at Cunley, which is the old Thompson Drag Raceway. Probably going to make a hit there, do some adjusting, some alignment, some adjusting. I don't know if I'm going to make a hit on my double bead locks because it's going to take me a while to kind of figure out how they work. You see what I mean? I can't just, I don't want to ruin them, but just got to, might be able to put them on, might not be able to have them for Wednesday, but either way. Now your comps look so good on your car. Do you have the Exiles? Which one do you have? Do you have the Eclipses? Have you had snow yet? No, but it gets super cold at night. Super cold at night. So, like I said, the tracks will be closing soon. Like, again, this weekend we had Decapalooza, and usually Big 3 Racing, big shout to Big 3 Racing here in Northeast Ohio. They're putting on an event at Dragway 42 where it's a roll race on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. There's a no prep on Saturday, and then there's an event on Sunday, a full prep event on Sunday. And there's going to be a lot of people in and out all weekend long. It's kind of like the last hurrah-ish. It's the big event at the end of the year that Dragway 42 does. So pretty much after this point, October is kind of like, test and tune. There's a Halloween event at the end of I take that back. There's a Halloween event at the end of the month. I think that's their last big hoorah. But usually after Halloween, these tracks around here, Quaker holds a Halloween thing. Dragway 42 holds a big Halloween thing. Cunley is going to be closing early because they're going to dig the track up before it snows. So next year, my home track here is going to be, it's already IHRA approved, and they're doing a lot of renovations to that track. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to look so good. So I do want to mention that we will be starting a new brand. Next year, we will be doing some stick shift racing. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just going to be the promoter or if I'm going to be the guy that's actually running and promoting it. Doing a brand. I want to do due diligence to. I don't know if you guys understand how no prep works or how just like running an event works. I definitely want to consider starting a new brand where I can bring money to the table for the class, which would be obviously stick shift racing, on top of the pot. You see what I mean? 100% payout. So we're going to call it something like A to B racing or whatever, because the biggest thing with stick shift racing is A to B. So I think that's going to be a new brand of ours. And I think I'm going to promote 3 races next year where I have a good pot of money to put on top of whoever shows up. And I think that'll be a great event for the stick shift guys. And I think that's just something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I can get on the mic. I can, I'm not going to be the guy at the light if it's like the no prep stuff. It'll just be on top of another event. But definitely going to be promoting the class itself, because I think I think the class itself needs, like a 3-pedal throwdown stuff. We'll have like a loser bracket. You guys ever heard about that? First round losers can go into their own bracket and they can win a little bit of money. You see what I mean? So it's definitely think that's something I'm interested in. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to race it and coordinate it at the same time, but I mean, I have before, but it is what it is. Fox Addiction, I appreciate the $9.99 super chat, man. Thank you for donating to the channel. I'll put that to good use on Fox Days of Christmas, my man. Thank you. How much you think the white makes? What's that mean? Corey, ask Kunle to make a hit down the shutdown area to test for Saturday. That's not a bad idea. That's definitely not a bad. Hey, you need to come out and pour for me then. I mean, I guess Cousin Paul can pour for us. That'd be cool as hell. I have a question about steering racks. I have to replace my stock one. Should I go with a powered manual? No, stick with the. Okay, so let me explain something about this. Is a really, really good question. If you want to go to a manual rack, it's not a bad idea. But here's the thing: and you can delete your power steering and whatever. But there's ups and downs to having a manual rack. I'm just telling you that. It's kind of hard to steer per se once you get going, it's fine. I've driven on a manual rack with my white car for years. I faceplated, a spool, all the stuff that they tell you not to do with the car. I've driven on it for years. You got to see the videos at Myrtle Beach or whatever. But if you can stay with a power rack, like I did with my black car, there's absolutely no reason to delete it. I'm a big advocate of going fast. I'm a big advocate of light as might. I'm a big advocate of kind of deleting things that I'm doing like on my white car. But on my black car, super easy. I get in it, steer it, I drive it. Even with a spool, I have a good time with it. So if you can stay with a regular power rack and you're not looking to make more horsepower or to, if you're not specifically building that car for a purpose, then stay with the power rack, man. Best thing I tell you. Want to keep my 4-lug wheels. Best way to upgrade brakes, keeping the 4-lug wheels. So really, really good brake rotors and brake pads in the front. 5-lug converted, 4-lug converted, it doesn't matter. Buy a very quality set of rotors and brake pads. I've been 950s on stock brakes with my black car. Not that that's the right answer, absolutely not. But I did spend good money on the front brakes. That's still not the right answer, but they seem to have worn in very well and still stopped the car to date. Does that make sense? Best clutch for a stock T5 daily driver. Probably a Ram Power Grip. Hey, you can buy one of those from Hanlon. Yeah, Nicholas, don't delete parts that you don't need to delete. If you live in the South and it's super hot and you like to drive your car all the time, leave the AC in it. I don't obviously need that problem. You can see what I'm wearing. Got a big hoodie and a hat and a jacket I'm gonna put on when I go outside. So the point I'm trying to make is, don't delete things that you don't need to. You know what I mean? A power rack, really isn't that big of a deal to delete. I mean, if I had anything to tell you, give you some advice, get a bump steer kit. Bump steer kit, there's definitely worth it for a Fox body for sure. And you've already got it ready for the 5-lug swap. So yeah, so talk to Handle Motorsports, get a power grip. We have a power grip in Dad's car. It's a very good single. It's ceramic, so it's strong. Definitely a good clutch. Now we have RXT-HDs, McLeod products in my black car. They're twin diaphragm HD 1200 clutches. And I've had the one in the white car for 2.5 years. So, yeah, McLeod clutches do work well, but I can tell you that the single disc ones, I would probably go with the Ram. The Ram's a little bit better in my opinion. It's from my experiences. The heater core costing you ET in the quarter. Can you give away a new compressor for your Fox Days? That's like $500, isn't it? That's funny. Anyway, so who we got that donated to the channel tonight? War Admiral came in with $20, man. I appreciate it. I enjoyed the conversation I had with War Admiral on the phone. We talked about Fox Days of Christmas and some really cool mods, and he Definitely always a good time when you're talking about Fox body parts. Super Dave hit me up with a $20 super sticker. Big shout out to Turbo Fox, hit me up with a $10 super chat. Super Dave came back with another $20 super sticker for gas money for Fox Days of Christmas, or excuse me, for Foxtoberfest. And Fox Body Addiction hooked me up with $9.99. So I did want to make a big shout out to those guys before the end of the chat, guys. I appreciate, nothing is better than, being able to talk Fox Body with some of, my Fox Body friends and YouTube and Instagram and such like that. So if you guys get a chance to follow us on Instagram, we have about 107,000 followers now. We might start coordinating our Instagram lives in with these lives, and because I can do that with my streaming software. So we did pretty well. We've been doing pretty well on Instagram. It's definitely a fun platform for me to just be a car guy and just enjoy it. It's not just Fox bodies. It's everything that I grew up with. The Smoking the Bandit, the Challengers, the Chargers, the Camaros. I'm a car guy. So just love my Fox bodies, but I'm a car guy. Always will be. Ram Power Grip, 129, 605, 125. Mark Turner in the house. So you run the Power Grip HDX? Nice. You put that car up on his bumper this past week, bro. It's good to see you. You guys don't know who Mark Turner is. He is him and Jesse Costa. Oh, speaking of which, sorry, Jesse, I didn't mean to cut you off. Jesse Costa is the Project Stock Bottom man. Chris Watson, I think he helped. Did he help Jesse with that build? I know they're pretty good friends. We're all good friends. Mark Turner as well. I met Mark Turner for Ford Takeover, so just more of a reason for you to go to Ford Takeover to meet new people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, super appreciated. Guy's got a super fast little Calypso hatch, man. I always enjoy watching his videos. So, anyways, yeah, go to these events, meet new people. So, huge shout out to Chris, man. I appreciate the $20 super chat for donating to the channel, man. Congratulations on your 1068 pass this past weekend. What was I saying about clutches? What was I saying? Oh, so if you guys know who Project Stock Bottom M is, Chris Watson's a good friend of mine. He's the Project Stock Bottom M on Facebook. He's the coupe that made like 900 wheel. So I don't remember what the number was. You got a lot of, he's pretty well known in the Fox body community. His car is up for sale. So I did want to mention that for Chris. The Project Stock Bottom End coupe is up for sale. He has if you're curious to see how much and curious to see about the build, go check out Project Stock Bottom End over on Facebook. He has a little page about the car, about all this Fox body stuff. He's not out of the game, I don't think. He's just moving on to something else. So if you guys were curious about getting into a pretty well-known car in the community, here's an opportunity to do just that. So exactly why I attend those out-of-town events, meeting new people. That's correct. I mean, most of the people you see in the Fox body community, man, I've had, nothing but great times and great things to say, some really nice guys out there. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate just shooting the shit with everybody. It's so much fun when you can meet people that have as much passion about the car that you do. You know what I mean? Something to be said about that. Holly Ford Fest was a great event. We just got back from it. I'll be back at Ford Takeover in 2023. Nice. Yeah, so they just had that NMRA event. It was like World Cup Finals or something like that. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was just called Holly Ford Fest, but I think it was based off of NMRA, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, a couple more minutes left and we're going to hit the road, guys. If you want any questions or whatever, coming up into the channel this week, like I said, we're going to be doing we got a video of the 387 tomorrow with the whole balancing process that people were very curious to see. If you're an engine builder, harmonics will kill your motor. So making sure that it's balanced and correct is very, very important. I have zero balance in my 408, 410, and I have my zero balance in my 363. So, I can tell you, and I can test to the fact that we've beaten the snot out of this car and zero harmonics. Ain't beating the bearings out of it. Anyway, let this catch up. Brian Kuttner, man, I appreciate the $20 super sticker, man. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. I was going to try to get Rob. I appreciate you. I'll see you this week. I'll see you this week. See you this weekend, man. Shared common knowledge. Yep. That's what it's all about. Daniel Robinson, thanks for coming into the channel. Summit Racing, guys, right there. Summit Racing Tech. Thanks for the help on the RC comps, my man. Him and Rob each helped me a lot on deciding on what tires we needed and back spacings and who to get a hold of. So big shout out to my buddy Mustang or Mike Meredith and Dan Bosco too. Dan Bosco's got the 3,000 plus horsepower Maverick on the channel. They also helped me with the information on the RC comps. So anyways, Neo, can you quickly cover the best type of roll cages for Bull Street and race? Okay, so real quick, the best type of roll cages. Okay, so when you put a cage in your car, you could put in a mild steel one or a chrome moly. Now they also have a material called Decommissioning R8. And I didn't know what this was, but I guess it's pretty lightweight, just like chrome moly, and just as strong. So when you go to put a cage in your car, if you plan on ever doing kind of what we've done with the white car, trying to light as might, trying to lighten it up, trying to go faster or whatever, definitely want to go with a chrome moly and or a Decommissioning R8 1 3/4 type of setup. Having removable bars or pull out bars is always a big plus. Because one of the worst things that suck about a cage or a roll bar or a cage is the fact that, you got to crawl over the damn bar and not hit your head on the halo. So having pull out bars or even removable bars, I don't think that messes up your inspection or your tech. So I think that's what you're asking me. The best type of roll cage is really, if you're going to listen, when I first started getting my black car to go fast, we put a faceplate in it. We got into the 1090s. My buddy Mike Meredith let me borrow his TKO 500, which I have over there broken in pieces, which Handler Motorsport's going to fix for free. So anyways, we put a faceplate in, gained 2 or 3 tenths, got a little faster with the black car, stock bottom in. But we got to the point to where the track was telling me you need to put a cage in your car, or at least a roll bar. So I didn't think that putting 200 and whatever pounds it was in a roll cage in a car would make it any better, but I actually went faster. And what a cage does for your car is it tightens it up. It definitely tightens your car up. It makes it so when it launches or it moves on this, even on moving on the street, you can tell my car's it doesn't roll around everything and it's not real swervy or anything. So even though you'll be adding weight to your car, it's for your safety, number one. And number two, it will tighten your car up because it'll make the whole car kind of work together. Does it make sense? Kind of went off on a tangent there, so I do apologize. Again, I want to say a big thank you to Ben for the 20 if I didn't mean to pass right over you, man. Come down to US 40 in Morocco. 6 point is good. 10-0, that's right. Great info. Thanks for the option of street and GT. So on the street, I would definitely go with a roll bar with cutout with removable bars. My black car has removable ones that I made. And pay the people, pay the fabricators the money. If you got a guy that's really good at fabricating and putting a cage in, do yourself a favor. Buy right or buy twice. Always remember that. You buy right or buy twice. Let the guy let the professionals do their good tigging and make sure that the roll cage is easily, easily installed and done right for the most part. All right, Tom, thank you for the donation to the channel. I appreciate you, War Admiral. I'll be talking at you soon. So guys, last thing I'm going to say, I just want to thank everybody that's in the green. You guys see here in chat. They're my club members. Get a chance to check out the join button, join the channel. If you're just now joining us the next day, I want to thank everybody for donating to the channel once again. And I can't thank you guys enough to be able to sit around and talk bullshit on some Foxbody stuff. And I appreciate you guys following the channel. But again, we got the balancing of the 387 this week, which is right next to mocking it up and putting it together. We got the I tried to start a 25-year-old car. That was kind of a shit show. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but whatever. We go from that to that, you know, whatever. That's what we do here. We got a handful of videos to coming up, guys. So make sure you stick around this week. I just got to get them edited and get them out the door. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Leave me a comment if you are coming after the channel. Leave me a comment if you're coming after the channel, meaning coming in to watch the channel after the channel. So you're coming in to watch the channel. Leave me a comment after it's over. You can do whatever. So I appreciate you being part of it. Can't wait for Foxtoberfest. I love my boss 302, but can't beat the people. I've met in the Foxbody community, made a lot of friends. Man, that's true for sure. Super Dave, I appreciate you, man. I'll see you soon. Thanks, Gary. Thanks for stopping in. All right, guys. So once again, I'm going to give you that. Get your car off the jack stands. I got an Excel distributor. I got an MSD blaster. And I got some cheapy Taylor wires. We're kicking ass. Just send it. Stop looking at it. Send it. But there is a rabbit hole, and you see it. Anyways, outside that, guys, I appreciate you guys watching the channel. I'll see you soon in the next videos. Thanks for coming into the channel. Have a good night.